Hello, my name's Gillian Riley, and I write books and run seminars that enable people to transform their relationship with food. The people who come to my seminars typically have struggled with their food intake and their weight for a great many years. They often tell me that they think about food way too much, maybe are even obsessed with it. They're very confused about what to eat, how much to eat, when to stop, how to stop. They might be very good at dieting, but it doesn't last, and they put the weight right back on again. They're looking for an alternative, and the most common alternative to dieting is known as intuitive eating. This is where you get the advice to eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, and eat whatever you fancy. The problem with this, for most people, stems from the fact that our bodies didn't actually evolve to eat this way. And our physical mechanisms for discerning hunger and fullness are really very approximate. Our bodies evolved to eat pretty much as we could, at every opportunity, whenever we could. And the problem now is that we're simply surrounded by too much food, too much of the time, and most particularly too much manufactured food, too much processed food. And that's highly attractive to us. The reason is because, all food activates the reward system in the brain. It's the release of dopamine in what are called the dopamine pathways. And this is a survival system, a reward system that's perfectly natural. It's supposed to keep us interested in food. If we weren't interested in food, we might not bother to eat at all. And we do need to keep eating in order to survive. The problem is that at least for certain people, manufactured food, and particularly food high in fats and sugars, all kinds of sugars, they will activate that reward system more powerfully. And so we become more attracted to those foods. They tempt us more. And they become more difficult to control. Not because we need them nutritionally, but because they've got that kind of compulsive Moorish quality to them, because they're activating those dopamine pathways more powerfully. Now, most diets and weight loss systems try to avoid that reality. They sort of ignore it or deny it or help people kind of evade it in some way. Like, for example, you might be given a certain amount to eat on a diet, but it's like the one thing nobody mentions that certainly all my clients know is that after they've finished that sort of moderate amount to eat, they're going to want more. There's going to be an appetite to continue. And at the end of meals, but also in between meals. People are feeling tempted by food. They're feeling like they want to be eating more than the amounts they actually need. My work is different in that I'm having a conversation about that excess appetite and those feelings of temptation. I'm teaching people how to manage it, and manage it in a way that enables people to release it by actually working through it, which is the process of recovery. It is the process of taking control of overeating. When people do it that way, they no longer feel restricted by the prohibitions, the rules, the restrictions of a diet, or like a nutritional theory where they're told, what they can and can't eat. My clients feel, they tell me they feel liberated, they feel in control, they feel like they're in the driving seat, and they're able to make genuine choices that they genuinely want to do rather than being led around by this excess appetite and sense of temptation, as I've been talking about. They feel like they can make choices that they really do want to live with. They're able to eat less. They're able to eat in healthier ways. They feel more relaxed around food, and less anxious. And most importantly, obviously weight loss is a part of that process. But it's more sustainable. People are actually able to maintain this in the long term. And that's really what this is all about.